Okay, this week is a huge update. I'm going to try and do this as a one take because I'm having computer issues and all my clips I recorded earlier are not downloading. So anyway, let's get started. So I met my oncologist this week and he is awesome. He has come so highly recommended from my primary doctor and from the nurse navigator I've been working with. For privacy reasons, I'm going to call him Dr. L, but he is fantastic. And at the appointment meeting him, we discussed the rest of my results. So I got my hormone receptor results back this week, and as stated in the previous video, I have what is called invasive ductal carcinoma, and the hormone part of that is that I am ER and PR negative, estrogen and progestin negative, which is not great, and I am HER2 positive. So what that means is with most breast cancers, treatment, you can just take away the hormone and that's how you fight the cancer. Since mine is not hormone dependent, there's no hormones to take away from it, so it's going to require different treatment. And the HER2 part of it means that it's aggressive and fast growing. So it sounds really scary, but the silver lining, the good thing, is that we've caught it at stage 1. We have caught it early. It's under 2 centimeters and it's not in my lymph nodes. So that is fantastic news. But the suggested course of action now is something he calls neoadjunctive treatment, where he treats the whole body first and then does surgery. And so the current plan of action is to do about an 18-week course of an antibody and chemo cocktail, which would be done through a port on my left side, and then a lumpectomy. So we'll shrink the current tumor, and on the off chance anything else is anywhere in my body, that chemo will attack all of that, and then I'll have a smaller lump to remove, so that means less disfigurement and all of that, but it's going to be pretty aggressive. And he was very forward in saying that with chemo and breast cancer, you lose your hair. So that's kind of my big freak out moment for this week, is coming to terms with losing my long hair that I've worked so hard for, that I'm very attached to. But you know, in the long term, it's a small price to pay to save my life. So, you know, I'm not going to feel pretty, but I'm going to be healthy after the fact. So that's that. Where are we at? I've got notes I'm referring to. So yeah, in the meantime, we have more tests to run. So they want to do another mammogram to get photo imaging of my left side and my right side. They also want to do a chest MRI to get a bigger picture of all of that. We did some blood work this week, so part of it was to get clotting factors and all the standard blood work, make sure I clot well so they can install the port, and then also to do genetic testing, because turns out I've got a little bit of family history with breast cancer on my mom's side, so they're going to do all that testing, and I won't have those results for a couple of weeks, but that'll be a whole nother video. And then they're also going to do an echo on my heart, because what the antibody and chemo treatment does is it could potentially lessen my heart muscle function, and so they're going to do an echo to get a baseline to make sure I'm healthy and all of that. So those are things. I'm going to get phone calls here soon and get all of that scheduled. I did get a phone call to schedule my port, so things are getting really, really real. I will go in on the 22nd to the hospital I live near to get a port put in, and it's relatively minor, but I will be going under IV sedation and be in the hospital for about 6 hours, and they'll place it here sort of near my tattoo, and it'll feed a wire, or not a wire, but a catheter into a vein into my heart, so the chemo and stuff will go straight to my heart, pump throughout my body, attack that cancer. And yeah, so doing that on the 22nd, crazy. Yeah, so that is that. Freaking out about my hair, but staying positive. You know, it was really good to hear that this cancer is only stage 1. It could have been a lot worse. So it's an aggressive one, but we caught it early, and we are just getting the ball rolling on all this treatment stuff. It's gonna be a bumpy road, but it's gonna be okay. And I'm staying positive, and I hope you guys are all staying positive no matter what you're going through. You know, this is a season of life that really freaking sucks, and it's scary, and my emotions are all over the place, but there's a light at the end of it all. There's a positive, healthy, cancer-free future out there. So we got this. Stay positive. I love you guys.